Quaint and rustic, this small village in southern Ontario was once most famous for its county fairgrounds and annual fair. However, strange events have shaken the community within the past 5 years, sparking the nation's interest for much different reasons. The village of Rockton has, within the past 5 years, become the most concentrated area of extraterrestrial sightings within Canada. Since the very first sighting, reported in February 2007, there have been an average of 10 alien or UFO sightings per year, with a total of 54 sightings reported to the authorities. Most community members are firm believers that these sightings are actual extraterrestrial beings and their spacecrafts, largely due to the strange effects on technologies within the area. The first alien sighting occurred in the woods surrounding the village, not far from the community's cell phone reception tower. Ever since this encounter, there have been little to no cell phone reception within Rockton and its surrounding farmland. However, technicians cannot find anything wrong with the tower and insist that mysterious external factors are disrupting the signals. While there have been alien sightings all throughout the village, most sightings have been in the woods surrounding the tower. One young community member described his encounter with what he claims to be an extraterrestrial being within these woods only a few months ago.
So I just got home from school and I was walking my dog Holly, just like any regular day, and we were just over by the fairgrounds, over by the woods, when I saw this figure just standing there, not even doing anything, just a gray figure. I knew right away it wasn't a human. I could tell, and I was a little bit shocked, but definitely not scared. And then, out of nowhere, eventually just disappeared. And after the incident, constant headaches for a couple days, felt sick, but then after the St. Albans event occurred, nobody really remembered my story.
The most remarkable sighting to date occurred on a dark night less than a year ago on November 20th, 2011, at the local church, St. Albans. I sat down with the church's groundskeeper, one of the 5 witnesses of the St. Albans incident, and discussed the evening's events. The groundskeeper has chosen not to be named and wished not to speak within the film, so I will tell her story. 5 residents, living in the houses surrounding the church, all reported seeing about half a dozen small figures standing in the church's cemetery. Before any of these witnesses could call the police, a humming noise grew louder and louder until a flash of blue light erupted from inside of the church, blinding those watching the event. Once the blue light had faded, all figures had disappeared, and the bizarre humming noise had ceased, leaving no evidence of their existence, except for a strange effect upon the stones of the church. Since the bizarre night, the stone walls of St. Albans have become magnetized, attracting all small or light metal objects to stick to the walls of the church. The groundskeeper takes the time to remove all pieces of metal once a week to maintain the appearance of the church, but no one knows the exact cause or logic behind the church's magnetism. What is stranger still is what occurred only a week after the St. Albans incident. After being reported missing by his family for over 2 months, local resident Scotty Smith was discovered unconscious in the forest by a group of hunters. Scotty has not spoken one word since his return, but friends and family insist that in the 2 months that he had been missing, Scotty was abducted by the aliens. I decided to visit Scotty to see if I could convince him to tell me his story. Once a talented musician and hockey player, Scotty now lives above his parents' garage, playing video games all day and night. Upon my visit, Scotty did not even acknowledge my presence. However, his parents claim this is not uncommon. While his parents and social workers frequently visit Scotty, he only acknowledges the presence of his pet cat, while all others seem invisible to the young man. With 2 separate sightings within the past month alone, the strange occurrences in Rockton are continuing to draw media and government attention. Scotty's parents are hesitant to allow mental tests to be performed on their son. However, scientists believe that uncovering what exactly happened to the young man will provide answers to the extraterrestrial sightings of the village. Until then, the bizarre events surrounding Rockton, Ontario will continue to be a mystery.